ancient cemetery within present-day Hungary has perplexed anthropologists for the past few decades. Amongst the remains of some 51 individuals was the discovery of many apparently human, yet elongated skulls. Although many elongated skulls unearthed around the world are mysteriously absent human skull knapping, indicative of skull binding, an ancient practice once initiated at a young age. These skulls, however, do appear to have these natural human napping patterns, yet the mystery of their origins, even after DNA sequencing, has merely deepened. Individuals including adult males, females, and children had, quote, artificially deformed skulls with depressions shaped by bandage wrappings, end quote, making this place one of the largest concentrations of this cultural phenomenon ever found in Europe. Curiously, the strontium isotope ratio...
Alright, so this is interesting because I've heard a lot of people make the argument that these elongated skulls are evidence of green little men on Mars. I mean, you see it right here in the title, Ancient Aliens. Aliens are green little men from Mars. And you even see this little alien, symbol right down here. So, because they have elongated skulls, the suggestion is that these are green little men from Mars. And if that's true, then the Bible's wrong, and there is no God, and we're all in a lot of trouble. Alright, so first of all, these people here all have elongated skulls. Even this little baby does. These are not green little men from Mars. Okay? So any suggestion that these are Martians is based solely on imagination. I mean, it's a flat out lie is what it is. You're not being honest with others, and you're not being honest with yourself. You're wanting to believe in something that is not true. You're wanting to believe in a fairy tale, but it's not true. And it's people see this and it's like a confirmation bias because they want to believe something. They see this and say, hey, this must be a green little man from Mars. And listen, when I was a kid, there was no ancient aliens. When I was a kid, it was green little men from Mars. Alright, that was the fairy tale. Now the fairy tale is being presented as reality. Alright. It's ridiculous how far this world has come since those days in the early 70s. Now, look, not only are they saying these creatures are from another planet, or these men and women, babies, are from another planet, there are people out there who are saying that these are sons of God. And not only sons of God, but that they are wicked, evil, and they corrupted the whole earth. And God destroyed the world because of these creatures with elongated skulls. That's what they say. And let's be honest, right? That's what they are trying to present, that these sons of God, if they're wicked, evil creatures from outer space before the flood, then they never got destroyed, because there's no mention of them being destroyed. There's no mention of, aliens from outer space being destroyed. So they must still exist today. So if you have these ancient alien skulls on Earth, Were they from before the flood? And are you going to ignore the fact that these creatures are still alive? I mean, isn't that what you're calling them? Creatures? These are people. All right. You can see in the skull, you got eyes, you got a nose, you got teeth, a mouth. That's a human being. Alright, so you're imagining something that's not there. Alright, and then the fascinating thing, in my opinion, is the people that imagine this scientific, this fiction, the sci-fi nonsense, that these sons of God are little green men from Mars. The fascinating thing is they want to put that on the sons of God. Of course, you should know that you are a son of God if you are saved and born of the Spirit of God. You're a son of God. The sons of God here are all men before the promise was made to Abraham. Before that separation was made. When God set his people aside. Okay, and then not only did God set his people aside, he gave them a promise. And that promise was everlasting life. Now, what we see here in the days of Noah, this was before that sons of God were separated. And before the promise of everlasting life was made. Alright? So, to me, the most interesting thing in this is that you see, after it says here, God saw that the wickedness of man, not ancient aliens, but man, was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thought of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made ancient aliens on earth, or in space. Or no, that's not what it says at all. It repented the Lord that he made man. So why did it repent the Lord, and why is it that God saw the wickedness of man if what he's describing right before it is something completely different? It makes no sense. You're not being honest with yourself. You might fool some people with this deranged, lunatic doctrine that sons of God are ancient aliens, okay? You can fool some people, but you're not being honest with yourself. And the Lord said, I will destroy ancient aliens whom I have created. No, that's not what he says at all. Man, do you see that? You see a common pattern here? God saw the wickedness of man, and it repented the Lord that he made man, and the Lord said, I will destroy man. Where's your ancient aliens at? If they're the ones causing all the trouble, as you're suggesting, where is the justice for them? Why is God destroying man when it's the ancient aliens doing all the wickedness? And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. Alright, now, again, upon the earth. What about the ancient aliens up in outer space? There's no mention of it again. Just in case this is going to take time for you to understand, sons of God are all the sons of Adam. And everybody from Adam to Abraham was a son of God. And then God set apart his people when he made the covenant with Abraham. And not only did he set apart his people, God's people, he gave them a promise of everlasting life to Abraham and to his seed, and that seed is Christ. And if you be Christ, then are you Abraham's seed and heirs according to the promise? There is no such thing as ancient aliens. Alright, these are people.